Nature doesn't just follow the rules. It bends them, breaks them, and sometimes tosses them out the window entirely. Just when we think we've got the natural world figured out, it throws us a glowing, deep-sea horror, a 400-mile-long cave system, or a rock that sings better than Martin Griffin. Some of these things are so bizarre, they seem just unreal like werewolf or zombies. But the truth is, they're 100% real. Planet Earth is full of mysteries that defy logic, challenge science, and make us question what's actually possible. So let's dive into 15 of the weirdest, wildest, and most unbelievable things found in nature, because reality is way stranger than fiction. Number 15. Climbing goats. Fearless, gravity-defying, and probably the most hardcore climbers on Earth, Moroccan goats love gambling with life, scaling trees like it's nothing. Other animals struggle to walk on a straight path, but these goats casually perch on thin branches, munching on argan fruit without a care in the world. They're not just showing off. These goats are key players in the production of argan oil, one of the most valuable beauty products on the planet. After eating the fruit, they spit out or poop the seeds, which are later harvested and turned into luxury skincare and hair treatments. Yep, next time you see argan oil in your shampoo, just know a goat might have helped make it. It's not just Moroccan goats pulling wild stunts. Mountain goats in North America can be seen casually scaling near vertical rock faces, balancing on cliffs that would terrify most climbers. While humans need ropes, helmets, and years of training, these goats do it like it's just another Tuesday. Number 14. Blood falls. Antarctica isn't exactly known for surprises, just ice, more ice, and the occasional penguin. But then there's Blood Falls, a rusty red stream pouring out of a glacier like something straight out of a nightmare. The first explorers who found it probably thought they had stumbled into some frozen horror story. But this explanation is pure science. The deep underground lake feeding this waterfall is loaded with iron-rich water that's been trapped for millions of years. When the iron touches oxygen at the surface, it rusts instantly, staining the water blood red. That's right. This isn't water soaked in some ancient sacrifice. It's basically nature's version of oxidized metal. Scientists believe this hidden lake could hold extremophile life, microbes that thrive in complete darkness, freezing temperatures, and zero oxygen. If life can exist here, who's to say it couldn't survive on Mars or Europa? This bizarre, eerie waterfall might just hold the key to finding alien life. Number 13. Christmas Island crab migration. Most places deal with traffic jams, maybe the occasional pigeon invasion. But on Christmas Island, the biggest problem isn't cars. It's 40 million red crabs flooding the streets like a living, crawling tide. Every year, these crabs leave their forest burrows and march en masse to the ocean to breed, covering roads, sidewalks, and even people's gardens. For locals, it's total chaos. Residents have to rake crabs off their driveways, and traffic comes to a standstill as roads turn into crab highways. Special bridges and tunnels have even been built just to help them cross safely. Despite the inconvenience, this migration is one of the most spectacular sights in nature. Once they reach the shore, the females release millions of tiny larvae into the ocean, which later return to the island as baby crabs. It's just a 1 in a trillion moment that only lucky souls witness. Number 12. Aurora Borealis. The northern lights look like something out of a dream. Massive waves of green, pink, and violet stretching across the night sky. But here's the kicker. They actually make noise. Reports describe crackling, popping, and deep thuds. Yet scientists still don't know how these sounds are produced. These glowing ribbons appear when charged particles from the sun slam into Earth's magnetic field, creating dancing lights around the poles. The best spots to see them? Iceland, Norway, Finland, and Canada, where winter nights turn into a full-blown celestial spectacle. Lately, the solar cycle is peaking, meaning the northern lights have been brighter and more intense than they've been in decades. And with recent AI-powered cameras capturing real-time aurora footage, people worldwide are getting a front-row seat to nature's greatest show. Number 11. Bioluminescent waves. Nighttime waves glowing neon blue might sound like something from a sci-fi movie, but they're completely real. The ocean literally lights up, thanks to tiny marine organisms called bioluminescent phytoplankton. These microscopic creatures flash with electric blue light whenever the water is disturbed. So every crashing wave, every splash, every footprint in the sand glows like liquid magic. This phenomenon is often spotted in the Maldives, California, Thailand, and Puerto Rico, where glowing beaches attract travelers hoping to witness the ocean come alive. But not all of these plankton are harmless. Some of the species behind the glow are toxic and linked to harmful algal blooms. Still, this effect remains one of nature's most stunning displays. Some scientists even believe bioluminescence evolved as a defense mechanism, tricking predators into thinking their prey is dangerous. Well, forget the logic or reason behind it. Standing on a glowing beach at night feels like stepping into another world. Number 10. Water bears. If there's ever an apocalypse, don't worry about cockroaches. Tardigrades, aka water bears, are the real survivors. These microscopic creatures can survive boiling heat, deep freezes, radiation, dehydration, and even outer space. Scientists have blasted them into space with no protection, and they just shrugged it off. When conditions get rough, tardigrades shut down completely, curling into a state of suspended animation where they can survive for decades without food or water. The moment they rehydrate, they snap back to life like nothing happened. Even though they're indestructible, their normal lifespan is just 2.5 years, unless they go into survival mode. Ironically, while they can survive the vacuum of space, they can still die from overeating. If humanity ever wipes itself out, these little guys will probably inherit the Earth. Number 9. Mammoth Cave. Romania's Mammoth Cave was sealed off from the outside world for millions of years, creating a self-contained, alien-like ecosystem. The air inside has almost no oxygen, and the water is toxic with hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Anything normal would die instantly, but somehow, life thrives here. The cave is home to 48 species, including blind spiders, centipedes, and leeches, creatures that exist nowhere else on Earth. With zero sunlight, bacteria form the base of the food chain, proving that life can survive in the most inhospitable conditions. Scientists study Mammoth Cave because it could mirror alien environments. If creatures can thrive in poison air and total darkness, life could exist in places like Mars or Jupiter's moon, Europa. The fact that this cave was only discovered in 1986 shows how much of our own planet remains unexplored. Number 8. Lake Natron. Beauty always kills the brain. Tanzania's Lake Natron looks like something straight out of mythology, a lake that preserves its victims like statues. Any animal that touches its waters doesn't stand a chance. The highly alkaline water, supercharged with salt and minerals, has a pH level of 10.5, nearly as high as ammonia. If that isn't enough, the lake's temperatures can hit 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Birds and bats that mistake the lake for a resting spot end up calcified, their bodies preserved like eerie stone sculptures. Photographer Nick Brandt captured haunting images of these creatures, frozen in time, looking like they belong in a museum of nightmares. But here's the stooter. Flamingos flourish here. The lake's hostile conditions keep predators away, creating a perfect breeding ground for these birds. While most animals turn to stone, flamingos treat Lake Natron like a private paradise. Nature plays favorites, and in this case, it's pure pink. Number 7. Danxia landforms. If landscapes had a personality, China's Danxia landforms would be the boldest in the room. These rainbow-colored mountains found only in China look too surreal to be real. But they're not the result of Photoshop. This is nature showing off. Over 24 million years, minerals, sandstone, and silt layered up, getting sculpted by wind, rain, and tectonic shifts. The red hues come from iron, while the yellow and orange layers are packed with sulfur. The result? A natural masterpiece that looks like a painting. These landscapes aren't just stunning, they're also constantly changing. As erosion works its magic, new patterns emerge, making every visit different. In recent years, drones and 4K photography have turned Danxia into a viral sensation, proving that sometimes nature creates better art than humans ever could. Number 6. Barreleye fish. The deep sea doesn't follow the rules, and the barreleye fish proves it. Instead of normal eyes, this fish has a see-through skull with two green glowing orbs floating inside. It looks like something designed in a lab, but it's been lurking 2,000 feet below the surface for millions of years. Its transparent head gives it a built-in night vision system. The green domes filter out sunlight, helping the fish spot bioluminescent prey above it. And if something tasty swims by, the eyes rotate forward, locking in like a missile system. Scientists first discovered this fish in 1939, but no one saw it alive until 2009. Turns out, it doesn't swim like normal fish. It hovers in place, waiting for food like a deep-sea sniper. The ocean hides some wild secrets, and this fish is proof that we still have no idea what's really down there. Maybe real Aquaman or Godzilla. Number 5. Rainbow eucalyptus. Most trees come in brown, green, maybe some autumn colors, but the rainbow eucalyptus didn't get the memo. Found in Southeast Asia and Australia, this tree looks like it's been splashed with neon paint, with streaks of blue, red, orange, yellow, and purple running down its trunk. The secret? It sheds its bark in layers. The fresh bark starts off bright green, then oxidizes over time, shifting through blue, purple, orange, and deep red. This means the tree constantly changes colors, like a natural art piece that never stays the same. Aside from its psychedelic look, this tree is also one of the fastest growing on Earth, shooting up to 200 feet tall. It's mainly used for paper production, but let's be real. Most people just want to see it because it looks unreal. If trees had fashion shows, this one would be front row. All right, guys, now let's talk about Number 4. The Cave of Crystals. Diamonds might be rare, but Mexico's Cave of Crystals is in a league of its own. Deep beneath the Naka mine, buried under 300 meters of rock, lies a cavern packed with some of the largest crystals ever found. We're talking massive selenite beams stretching over 36 feet, looking like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. These giant formations didn't just appear overnight. For hundreds of thousands of years, magma-heated water supercharged with minerals kept the cave in the perfect conditions for crystal growth. When the water drained, it left behind a scene that didn't even look real. Sounds like the perfect adventure, right? Not exactly. The cave is a death trap for humans. With temperatures pushing 136 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity high enough to drown your lungs, you wouldn't last long without protective gear. Even scientists can only study it in short bursts before the heat forces them out. Number 3. Mammoth Cave. The largest cave system on Earth isn't in some remote jungle. It's right in Kentucky, stretching over 400 miles and still growing. That's nearly twice as long as any other mapped cave system, and experts believe hundreds more miles remain undiscovered. Ancient humans explored these tunnels over 5,000 years ago, leaving behind torch burns, artifacts, and cave paintings. Today, people still venture inside, passing through gigantic caverns, bottomless pits, and eerie underground rivers that look like something straight out of a fantasy novel. What makes Mammoth Cave even wilder is the creatures that live inside. Since there's no sunlight, Evolution has produced blind fish, albino crawfish, and strange insects that have adapted to total darkness. Scientists believe there could be species inside this cave that no one has ever discovered. If there's one thing Mammoth Cave proves, it's that we've barely scratched the surface of what's hiding underground. Number 2. The Devil's Kettle. A good magic trick leaves you questioning reality. Minnesota's Devil's Kettle does the same thing, except this isn't an illusion. It's a waterfall that swallows half of a river, and no one knows where the water goes. At the top of the falls, the Brule River splits into two. One side flows downstream like a normal waterfall, but the other vanishes into a deep hole in the rock, never to be seen again. Over the years, people have tried everything to solve the mystery. Scientists dumped in dye, logs, and even GPS-tracked objects. Nothing ever surfaced. Some believe the water feeds into a hidden underground river, while others think it seeps through rock layers. In 2017, researchers claimed it slowly leaks back into the river system, but no one has ever seen solid proof. Until we get an answer, the Devil's Kettle remains one of nature's best-kept secrets. Number 1. Salar de Uyuni. Some places look too unreal to exist, and Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is one of them. When the rainy season hits, this 11,000 square kilometer salt flat transforms into the world's largest natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky above. Walk across it, and it feels like you're floating on air. It's not just stunning, it's also one of the most scientifically useful places on the planet. NASA uses it to calibrate satellites, thanks to its perfectly flat surface. And beneath that salt, one of the largest lithium reserves on Earth, fueling the batteries in phones, electric cars, and just about everything portable. Tourists come from all over to witness this otherworldly landscape, but as demand for lithium mining increases, scientists worry this natural wonder could change forever. For now, it remains one of the most surreal places on Earth, where the sky and land blur into one. If you have enjoyed watching this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.